Hi. It's the day. It's time. I had a dream that I fully slept through this this even happening. I woke up and I was like 40 minutes late to the announcement. But I didn't oversleep. It is 6:30 in the morning here. Which is crazy because I used to start working at like 7 every day, back when I was still working on Eastern time, but I was living here already. And now it seemed like so early to be waking up for something. But how's everybody doing? Are we excited? Hey, Cam, welcome. Yes, I am so excited. Hey, Anne. I have no clue about Booker, but it's still fun to be here. I love it. You know, honestly, I was getting some serious like imposter syndrome yesterday, but when I was like, I'm gonna go like live for this, and I haven't participated in like over a year at this point. I haven't paid attention to the prize really. I mean, tangentially, but that was it. And so I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But I'm still excited about it. And I've been watching a lot of the videos I saved that were like Booker predictions. I think also just like watching all the people I used to talk to really regularly about Booker that I haven't. So like seeing them being like, oh, I used to be like such a part of this community. And I've just been gone. Hi, Hannah. I'm currently doing some crafting, building a model Parisian apartment from a kit. Ooh. Oh, I'm very curious about that. Feel free to to send me a link to what kit you're building on like Instagram or something because I am super curious what this looks like. I read the international long list and Reservoir Bitches and loved the experience. Hoping the regular Booker has books of interest for me. Yeah, I do think I generally have better luck with the international long list in that like I'm more likely to like the books overall. But I have gotten some like all-time favorites. So I even decided to I decided to bring out this mug because I know Burnt Sugar's on here. And that's an all-time favorite for me that I discovered the first year that I did Booker. Is that it though? Elena Knows is on here, but that's International Booker. Also an all-time favorite that I discovered through Booker. Life of Pi is on here, which won Booker, but I didn't read it because of that. I read it because of high school, and then I just read it many more times after that. I have 2 books that I'm hoping for. Ooh, do tell. Oh yeah, maybe we should say which books we're hoping to see. So I'm hoping to see Nesting. I think just these are just based off because I want to read them. I'm really torn on Call Me Ishmael because I want to read it, but also it is going to make me feel like I should read Moby Dick first. And I don't know that I'm ready for that. And then there were some We Pretty Pieces of Flesh. I do really want to read. Yeah, so there's a couple that have been like coming up that I've been looking into because I've been like diving into predictions recently. And now I'm hoping to see them just because I want to read them. Hey, Charlotte. Yes, let's do this. Hi, Carmen. It's lunchtime for me. I think this will be a fun way to spend it. I agree. I agree. Yes, Tatiana. I am also very excited to see the long list. I also like don't if I remember correctly, they like announce it on several different areas at the same time. So I have on my screen pulled up their website, their Instagram. Ooh, I should pull up their YouTube too. Because they might put it there. And so that I'm ready to like screen share whenever it comes up in whatever area it comes up. But if anybody has more information than me about that, feel free to share. Lunchtime for me too. I've never tuned into one of your lives before. Exciting. Ooh, yay. glad that that this could be the one. I was honestly like, I don't even know how many people that like watch my channel are still into Booker. Like I knew a few from that are still around from when I used to read Booker regularly, but um hey, I'm working at the moment, but home office. Thought I'd stop by. Oh, yay. I'm glad you're here, Angie. It's nice to have these chats frequently. Thanks for sharing this moment with us. Yeah, I am. I'm excited about it. I think I just had like this like quick crisis yesterday where I was like, I don't know anything about Booker anymore. But now I'm over it. Now I'm like, this is just a lovely group of people that we can all experience this thing together. I don't know what types of books to expect, and to be honest, I'm interested in books by women about women. That's fair. We should get a few of those. We should get a couple of books that are by women and about women. I'm hoping for Nesting. Yeah, same. And The Accidental Immigrants by Joe McMillan. And I have Girls Grow Big on order. Who is that by? That's by somebody who's been longlisted before. Oh no, wait. Is that Patricia Lockwood's new book? Girls That Grow Big? No, that's Layla Motley. Okay, somebody that's been longlisted before. She was longlisted for Nightcrawling or Nightcrawling, which I did read and I liked but didn't love. Interested to see what the list looks like, especially with Sarah Jessica Parker and Kylie Reid, who are both kind of in that more accessible literary fiction realm. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think like the books that we've seen Sarah Jessica Parker read, because she gets photographed with books a lot. I would agree they are like in the more accessible literary fiction space. And then Kylie Reid, she was longlisted. Was she short? She was shortlisted, wasn't she? Such a Fun Age. Wasn't that shortlisted? No, I can't remember. I do remember reading it and liking it, but not feeling it didn't feel right for Booker. I'm hoping for Albion by Anna Hope, but I haven't seen anyone predict it, so I'm not very hopeful. Yeah, it's always like that moment where you're like, why isn't anybody talking about this? Like, this was really good. The Book of Records. Oh, yeah, I would like to see the Book of Records. And some unknown gems that I've heard of. I feel like, yeah, they always have some ones. What I'm actually expecting to happen is I'm going to recognize the title of like 2 to 4 books total. And outside of that, I want to be like, never heard of this stuff before. Because I feel like that always happens, even when I've been like really into it and really like paying attention to long list predictions, what's eligible, all of that stuff. I still feel like there were so many books on every long list that I'd never heard of. And so now being like less in tuned with that and only having seen, some long list predictions, still a fair amount, but not to the extent that I used to do it, where it was like my life for like the month before the announcement. I'm expecting to definitely find some new ones. Layla Motley, yeah, she wrote Nightcrawling. I love Nightcrawling, so I would 100% read more from her. Oh yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kylie Reid are on the Booker panel. Also, the author of A Spell of Good Things, which was one of my favorites to come out of whatever year that was nominated. I love that book. So that I'm excited about the panel this year. Yes, the amazing thing about Nightcrawling to me was the age of the author. Yeah, what was she, 18 when she wrote that or something? 18, 19? Absolutely crazy. And I think who was the author that was working with her or like that was a bit like of a mentor to her? Oh my gosh, there's a book that I even love by her and I can't remember her name now. Is it Ruth something? See, the problem is when I think of Ruth, I just think of Ruth Ware. And I know it's not Ruth Ware. And she had a book that was nominated not that long, or maybe that was Women's Prize. Oh Oh my gosh, what is this author's name? Did I put her on here? That's entirely possible. I did. Ruth Ozeki. That's who I was trying to remember. I believe Ruth Ozeki worked with Layla Motley. And thank you. Thank you. You had me. Today's a day to learn. I take it like that so I don't feel left out. Yeah, exactly. Today is a day to learn. Girls Grow Big is an amazing book. Oh, good to know. Okay, I'm hoping now that it is going to be on there. A Spell of Good Things is unread on my shelf. I loved her first book. Spell of Good Things is the only book that I read by her, but I really should read more based off of how much I was obsessed with that book. I feel like it didn't get as high of a reception from the other people that read it as I was expecting. Like, I loved it. I loved that book. I didn't own that book prior, and I read it and then went out and buy it, which I almost never do. That is so rare for me. I can think of exactly 3 instances that it happened, and the other 2 are on this mug now. Like, that's something that oh wait, no, Real Life I did too. I wasn't thinking Real Life, Ellen Knows, and Burnt Sugar were all books that I read as ebooks first, and then, or Real Life I got from the library, and then went out and purchased that I could own a copy for myself. And I don't think any other book on my shelf is like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, Ruth Ozeki. We cleared that up. I'm definitely hoping Nesting is there. Yes, me too. I just really want to read Nesting. That's a very selfish reason. That all of the reasons that I want specific books on there are selfish, in that I just want to read them. I saved my Spotify hours for today, hoping they'll have at least one of the Booker books. Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I do think I have all of my Spotify hours right now. I think I do. I don't think I've used any yet for this time period. And I'm hoping that I will get the PDFs of the books pretty quickly. So Booker is sending me the PDFs for the books this year, which is great because I do really want to read the whole long list, and that's not always super possible. So I'm hoping that it's quick that I get them. But I've already been told, like, hey, if we don't send it to you by the 30th, like, let us know. So I'm going to have like an email drafted up so that when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm like, send, please give me the books. I'm hoping for Universality by Natasha Brown. I adored it, but not everyone liked it. I don't think I've heard of that one. Universality. That is a tough word. Yeah, I haven't. Sometimes if I look it up and I see the cover, then I'm like, oh yeah, that one. I do like the cover though. I'm thinking McEwen. Yeah, Ian McEwen has a new book. I was watching Bob the Booker's video, and because he keeps up more with McEwen. I don't think I've read a single McEwen. I owned Lessons for a bit, and then I got rid of it. I feel a little guilty about it still. I was moving, all right? And I had to make some hard decisions. But yeah, I definitely think it's possible that he's on there. There are a lot of authors that have been shortlisted that are on here, that have been longlisted. There are quite a few winners that are eligible. So yeah. I'm almost done with Emperor of Gladness, which I think is a good read-alike to Demon Copperhead, but not as much humor. Yeah, I haven't read Emperor of Gladness. I own the Ocean Vuong's other really popular book on Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous, but I haven't read it yet. So but I wouldn't mind seeing that one just because I want to read it anyway. It would be cool to have some books by Caribbean authors. I feel like we haven't seen many on the long list the past years. Yeah, true. I didn't pay super attention to the long list last year, but even not thinking of that one, that's a good point. Looking forward to reserving the long list from our library today. Yeah, same. I need to have like my library websites up on my phone. Um, that's actually a good idea. I was feeling like very behind when I was seeing like comments on other like predictions videos and everything, and people being like, "I've reserved these things from the library, which might be on there." And I was like, "Shoot, should I be doing that? Like, maybe I should have been doing that." I also had a moment where I was like, I should have gone around all of Denver and gotten like library cards to every to every branch. Just so that I'm like, I can request from several different places. Oh, me too. I'm hoping to see The Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny from the pre-release reviews I have seen. Yeah, same. I think we were talking about that one just the other day in the sprints. Um, and then since then I've actually looked it up. And I agree. Um, I really like that too, although I preferred Assembly. Natasha Brown. Okay, Natasha Brown wrote Assembly. Okay. That's helping me. I happen to be traveling and I'm in London today. Oh, fun! Which is making the list reveal even more exciting for me. That is very exciting. Oh, I want to go. Do you know they are announcing the winner on my birthday this year? And I know that it was hard enough to finagle the one shortlist announcement international booker thing that I got to go to, but man, it would be so cool. That would be the best birthday gift. Good morning. I missed the spin live. Totally fine. Okay, so you're picking pests, how humans create animal villains. Ooh, awesome. Now back to your regular program booker talk. No, this was important. we did need to break for that update. Booker always has some pretty short books too, which means the Spotify hours will get you pretty far. Yeah. What are things that we are hoping for that we're manifesting for Booker? We're hoping to not have books that are like the third book of a trilogy. We are we are hoping to not have books that are not too many very lengthy books. Because some years they just like come out with like a list of bricks and you're like, what's going on? How am I supposed to do this? What else? I don't really want to read Patricia Lockwood's new book, but I would. And you know what? I was looking into it and some people feel okay about it. So I don't know. I'm hoping it is a lot of ones in the US or coming to the US soon. Yeah, that's usually what I hope for. Also love Natasha Brown's first book. I hope all these predictions are correct. Is there a nominee list prior to the long list? No, we don't know what. So publishers can nominate a specific number of books in-house. I believe winners and previous winners and shortlisted authors, you don't need to take one of your nomination slots. They get like a free pass to go through. But other than that, they have a specific number that they can nominate, but we don't know anything until the long list. We just know it's eligible. So based off of publication date, in publication in the UK. So these are books that have been published there. They can be written other places, but they have to be originally written in English. International Booker is for books that are written in another language and then translated into English. Good morning. Excited to listen as you're starting work. Excited to listen as you're starting work. glad to be here for it. Hopefully it's a nice combo with your morning coffee or tea or whatever. One book from the Orwell Prize is supposed to be on the list, an author's second novel, which fits with universality, they're saying on Goodreads. Oh, I hadn't heard that. There's another one that was shortlisted for, or maybe it was up for the Orwell Prize that I think has a good chance. Now I can't remember which one it was. I always reserve books at the library and get them all wrong. It's impossible, you know. I was just telling my wife, and she said she would be watching for book mail. Oh, love it. I just read On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Wait, time check. Okay, we have 10 minutes. Just had to like make sure I'm ready. I just read On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous and personally felt it was lacking something, but I can absolutely see how Vong's writing could mature into something beautiful in his later work. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I feel like at first I heard only super amazing things about it, and then I started to hear a mix, which always makes sense. Like when a book is raved about, more people are going to read it, and there are going to be more opinions. If it's from a series I'm not reading it. Yeah, I mean, I will. It just depends on how far in, if whether or not I'm gonna read the first books for it. But traditionally, I always have read like, the Strout books, whatever those were called. Uh, I know Lucy in the Sea was the fourth one? I don't remember anymore. But I read 3 books, and I remember I was, on a trip. I was in Indonesia reading those books like a madwoman. And a weird place to be reading those books. I don't know. There is some big disconnect, and I honestly feel like it's just because I was like on random boats in Indonesia reading them. I think our evenings will probably make it on the list, and that that book is a chonker. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. We can get a chonker too, but I don't want it to be like there's 5 of them that are like over like 500, 600 pages. Also, if there's gonna be a chonker, it'd be real convenient if it was like over 700 pages, just because I do need to get that. I'm really close to finishing off that square for my Herkied board, and it would be nice to knock off another square while reading Booker books, since I will be completely ignoring anything else, and we'll just see what prompts I can get through Booker. But I'm not trying to get any specific prompts anymore. Lockwood's new book does look interesting. You know, her other book looked interesting too. No, it was fine. A lot of people really loved No One Is Talking About This. So I do feel I don't know if I'm in the minority, but I just think it was a very divisive book. Like people either loved it or hated it, and I just happened to be on the hated it side. It is kind of crazy how much I'm like I feel like I haven't talked about that book in so long, and then like in the past like 3 days I've talked about it so much. But I think it's just because she has a book that's eligible this year. And the synopsis does kind of remind me of the same feelings I had with No One Is Talking About This. But then I really didn't like No One Is Talking About This. Oh yeah, this is a book I was trying to think. I was like, there's something, there's something that is really close to being 700 pages, but isn't. Yeah, Sonia and Sunny. Which is annoying because I really want to read it. I just want to read it. But if that's as close as we get to 700 pages without hitting 700 pages, I will be upset. I hope there's some, yes, I hope there's some queer rep as well. That would be wonderful. I'm definitely using Booker Prize for the Herkied Prize prompt. Yes, same. Absolutely. I'm so glad that Stephanie added a prize prompt this year because I was like, this is perfect. I was going to do Booker anyway. Ask if they can send the PDF of the large print edition. That is a great idea. I mean, on my Kobo, based off of how small well, no, because the PDF pages don't reformat. I was talking about this and like it's amazing that I'm getting the PDF copies, but it'd be really cool if they were able to send it in EPUB format, not in PDF, because reading it on sorry, this is just my current book that it's static on there. Which I've almost finished for those of you that were in the reading sprints this past weekend. But that it shrinks down a PDF page to the size of this when I like to read it. It doesn't reformat it. Oh, but I do believe somebody was saying that, was that Sam? That I could maybe resize, or that I could use Calibre. I still don't know how to pronounce that out loud. One of those things I've read more times than I've said out loud. But I might be able to reformat. And then if I can reformat, I can definitely say it's more than 700 Kobo pages. Maybe her new book will be closer to pre-statty than No One Is Talking About This. You know what? That's a good point. I didn't end up reading Pre-Study because I didn't like No One Is Talking About This. But if this book gets nominated and I like it, I will go back and read Pre-Study. Mark my words. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Mercedes is doing. Obsessed with it. I feel like it's everybody's new obsession. Any mystery books mentioned? Oof. Maybe. Like we've gotten mystery books in the past. But they've been very like they don't feel like the mystery genre. They definitely feel like literary fiction where a mystery is involved. So we might have some of those. I just don't think I know enough to know which ones those are. But I do think that we usually have like one book or I wouldn't say usually. We sometimes get one book that's got a mystery in it. Okay, so I can convert it. I need to do that. You know what? I feel so silly that for the other 2 years that they were kind enough to send me the PDFs, I didn't do that. But I actually have Calibre. Is that? I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. I actually have that on my computer already now because I've needed to use it a couple of times for unrelated things than converting PDFs to EPUBs. But it'll be helpful to have it. Yes, absolutely. I think Heartwood. Ooh, okay, so we do have a mystery that's eligible. So I think that was Reem that asked. So there's a chance. I would love to use a 700 plus for Herkian too from this list. Yeah, that would be very convenient. I do have like over 700 pages that like if I actually finish Infinite Jests this year, then I can use that. Definitely. And then also if I just continue reading the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which I'm going to, and we all know I'm going to, although I am putting it on pause, and I've never felt like I had more willpower than when I put down book 4 and was like, no, it's Booker time. So once I get to, I think like the 6th book or something, it's over 700 pages. So like there are ways that I'll get it, but I'm so close now to hitting that prompt fully that I just want to get the 700 page book. So excited for this list. Just looked up the judging panel, a little perplexed at Sarah Jessica Parker, but maybe she has a lit background I'm not aware of. I don't think she has a lit background, but she's very active in like the reading space. She reads a lot. And she talks about books a lot, like in interviews and stuff. So, but I don't know about her as far as like her having a background in it. Somebody else might know better. Hi, Kieran. What's this? Never heard of it. It's just a little thing called Booker. Oh my gosh, we have 2 minutes. I'll be disappointed if there isn't a 700 plus page Mr. Big Book on the long list since Sarah Jessica Parker is judging the prize this year. Oh, duh, she does. Yeah, she has her own publishing imprint. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Yes, you're right. Everybody's right. Weird tangent, but has anyone asked the creator of Herkiad if stuff can be altered or changed? I haven't, but I'm doing a combination of version 1 and version 2. So, I kind of say like do whatever you want. Do whatever's going to get you most excited about reading. I know nesting has been a favorite by people who predicted. I wanted to be blown away by her writing. I found it rather commercial. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm just going to also get up Booker's YouTube channel because I'm worried Booker is live as well. Okay. I just want to have like all of the areas where it could be. Okay, and I'm already on the refresh game. So oh, okay. We've got an announcement. I believe that they have announced on their page. Okay, I'm sharing. I haven't seen anything yet. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. Oh, I have seen stuff. There's literally a picture. Okay, I'm skipping past the picture, and did they have them? Okay. Ah. Oh, Flesh is on there. People were talking about how Sarah Jessica Parker was seen holding that. Okay, we have Sea Scraper by Benjamin Wood. Misinterpretation. I have not heard of Misinterpretation. Endling was on a few predictions. The Land in Winter. The Rest of Our Lives. We're gonna look at each of these books, but this is just Sonia and Sunny's on the list. Oh, and Audition. Everybody had that on their prediction list. Okay, it looks like we have a Fitzcarraldo. Of course we do. Oh, Universality is on there. I think that was Marcus that wanted it, so we've got it. Flashlight, The South, and Love Forms. Ooh, okay. There are quite a few that I haven't heard of, but a few favorites from. Oh, I'm upset that Nesting isn't on here. Okay, but first impressions are positive. Oh, I'm also sad that what is the bodies one? Pieces. I can't remember the name of it now. But I really wanted to read it. I mean, I'll probably still end up reading it. Okay. Let me see some of the reactions. A lot of people felt Nesting should have won the women's prize. Yeah, I'm sad that it's not on there. Out on their website. Yeah. Let me guess. Butter made it. Butter did not make it. Yes, Marcus. I'm so happy. I'm really happy now to be reading Universality. I also do. Assembly's been on my like wish list for so long now. I feel like I should. Yeah, no Nesting. Oh, true. No Girls Grow Big. No Patricia Lockwood. Hi, Sam. Glad to see you here. Oops, I gave Love Farms 2 stars. Okay. The only one I've heard of is Universality. I'm not in this booker space. There are a lot that I haven't heard of. I would say the ones that I have heard of is Flesh, Endling, Universality, Sonia and Sunny, Audition, of course. But The Rest of Our Lives. But that's it. Which is I think fairly common for Booker. Like even when you pay attention to the books that are eligible, it's still hard to know because you don't even know what a publisher is going to submit from their own publishing house. Thrilled to see Sonia and Sunny. I'm still reading it. I know I was thinking of you. I saw that one. Covers are a bit boring. I love The Rest of Our Lives cover. I love Sonia and Sunny's cover and Love Forms, that cover. Also I didn't really like look at Misinterpretation, but I like that one. One Boat is a Fitzcarraldo, so it's always going to be a boring cover. I am Fitzcarraldo's number one hater. And it's just I love a good book cover. I do. I know you shouldn't judge books by them and whatever, but also I don't know. There's some like feeling that I get like looking at a Fitzcarraldo that I just don't quite like. But they did pick a really beautiful blue if they were going to make all of their covers that color. Nice. I read 2 and already have 2 more from the library. Oh, I should really be like requesting now. Like now. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Quite a few shockers. Yeah, I don't think there's any that I'm shocked by, but I think I just don't know enough to be shocked by them. I mean, I'm surprised that Nesting's not on here, but I'm new to this thing, but this is not decided by Book Talk or Bookstagram, so there's hope. Yes, this is very far removed from. I mean, I know in the past bookers wanted to work with book talkers, but they that would be very much in that direction, not the other way around. Yeah, this is very much a literary fiction prize. Okay. So as people are looking these up, are there any that are not out yet, that we need to be aware of? Yeah, no, Patricia Lockwood. Oh, Endling is good. Nice. Is written in a pretty unique way with author insertion. Ooh, okay. I'm excited about that. Oh, Misinterpretation is available. Also, there's another cover of it that is very, very cool as well. Um, which makes sense because these are going to be the UK covers and I am in the US. If you couldn't tell. No, because how do they get away with being aesthetic when they just cut away their graphic design budget, right? Exactly. I agree. It does nothing for me and it feels a little pretentious. It's an unpopular opinion in this bookish space specifically. More power to the authors who loved it, but Endling just didn't work for me. Okay, good to know. I listened to Endling on audio. It was super enjoyable. That way might make a difference. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I gave Universality 5 stars on my Bookstagram and got flack. So this is my petty redemption. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's got to be a great feeling. It's like you clearly knew. You clearly knew. Love that. I really loved the start of Land in Winter, but disliked the final third. Ooh, okay. Sonia and Sunny is released late September. Maybe they will move it up. Okay, that's good. I think that that's in the UK though. Is it? No, it's because Sam has the book, but she might be reading it on as an arc. Okay, but that is good to know. Also, are any of these in a series? Do we need to be worried about that? None that I know of. To be honest, it's better than the AI route, so minimalism is better in this case. Yeah, I guess it's better than designing a cover with AI. But they have enough money to pay to pay people. UK editions are much better than the US editions. I've only seen one of them so far because I've already gotten too distracted chatting. So I've only seen Misinterpretations, and I do prefer the UK cover, but only slightly. But yeah, I do think that tends to happen. Flashlight has been tough to get at my library. Ooh, that is good to know. That's the book I'm looking up next then. Okay. Oh, that's the Susan Choi book. Ooh, okay. It is. There's the large print's on order and has no holds, but I don't like to grab large prints because it always makes me feel bad. Yeah, man, this one is in high demand for sure. Okay, I guess they do have they have like audiobook, ebook, physical copy, and they're getting large print. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place a hold on each one that I can. But thank you for saying that because it helps me know like which ones to prioritize. Because sometimes like there'll be books on here that literally no one will check out of my library, and others will just be very popular outside of it. My only contribution is checking Flesh out from the library on a whim and never getting to it. Okay, so at least it sounded good to you. Love it. Okay. So I do want to go into, do we want to go into this more together? I feel like a lot of bookers really been obsessed with New York City lately. Is that just me? I think just because they've been posting a lot about their book set there. But I don't think oh, and as far as size, see, there's so many things that I want to look up at once that they're not going to tell me just like on this page. I want to know size of books. That's what I want. So we know that Sonia and Sunny is long, but are there any other ones that are like a little over the top? Misinterpretation is 304 pages. I thought you were going to say Booker's been really obsessed with me. No, Booker has decidedly not been obsessed with me. I feel like whenever I go to join, I'm like, hi, I'm here in America and I'd really love to join in on your book prize. Could you please send me the books that I can't get on my own? Are you planning to read all these books before the winner is announced? I am planning to do that. Yes. That is the plan. And ideally before the shortlist is announced. We do have some extra time this year. So August 23rd, I think, is when the shortlist is announced. Is that right? No, not August. September 23rd, because it's already July. So we have a decent amount of time this year. I just ordered The South. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm like overwhelmed. Sonia and Sunny is the longest one and it doesn't reach 700 pages. Dang it. Well, we tried. We really tried to manifest that into being. Okay. Well, that's good to know though, that the longest one is that one at 688, I think. 680 something. But yeah, and then the winner is announced on November 10th, which also happens to be my birthday. Also, no, not Kurt Vonnegut's birthday. Kurt Vonnegut's birthday is November 11th. Just kidding. But also it's really great because we do get a day off for Veterans Day, which is November 11th, and so it'll be close, and I can pretend that that's a part of the celebration. The shortlist is announced the same day as Sonia and Sunny. Okay, good to know. So I'll probably be reading that one on the PDF they send me, which I'm okay with. It kind of stinks that like the longest one is gonna have to be like, I already know it's gonna have to be on the PDF unless I am really slow to read. But only 2 of the books I haven't read are in my library. Oh, my acquisitions librarian is going to hate me. I probably won't read half of them, but since they're new books, I'll open and sniff the book scent. Love it. Goodreads says Universality is only 152 pages long. That'll be a quick one. Oh, love that. Flashlight and One Boat have weirdly similar descriptions. Okay, Flashlight. One evening, 10-year-old Louisa and her father take a quick walk out on the breakwater. They are spending the summer in a coastal Japanese town where her father, a Korean, and I was going to say immigrant, but that's not what that word is. I don't know what that is. Completes an academic secondment from his American university. When Louisa wakes hours later, she is washed up on the beach and her father is missing, probably drowned. The disappearance of Louisa's father shatters their small family unit. Ooh, this also feels a little mystery-y. In the amount of mystery that Booker will go with. As Louisa and her American mother Anne return to the U.S., this traumatic event reverberates across time and space, and the mystery, they said it, mystery of what really happened slowly unravels. Ooh, okay. I do really like the sound of that. I see why so many people have been, why the wait list is longer for that one. And then what was the other one? One Boat. On losing her father, Teresa returns to a small town on the Greek coast, the same place she visited when grieving her mother 9 years ago. She immerses herself again in the life of the town, observing the inhabitants going about their business, a quiet backdrop for her reckoning with herself. An episode from her first visit resurfaces vividly her encounter with John, a man struggling to come to terms with the violent death of his nephew. Okay, I can see I can see the similarities. I'm more excited about Flashlight than I am about One Boat, but I am still very interested in One Boat. Lots of farms on this list. The South, Universality, The Land in Winter. Okay, we've got a farm season on our hands. Oh yeah, Helm by Sarah Hall wasn't on here. Yeah. I think Ben had predicted that we were going to get 2 Sarahs on this list, and I don't think we got a single one. That's okay. I'll try to be Sarah enough for this list. People should still read The Accidental Immigrants. Okay, that's a good shout. Maybe not, but both having missing/dead dads. Yeah. Yeah, and I think like revisiting, it kind of sounds like one of those where they're like looking more into it in order, but like the end result is finding out more about themselves type deal. Okay. I'm starting to I'm starting to like settle into the reality. It's so exciting to see like the books that I'm going to be reading. Oh, none of the books sound weird at all. So I guess that's why Helm didn't make it. Oh, the judges must have preferred more realist books. That might also be why Patricia Lockwood didn't make it. Because she also writes a bit on the weird side. Yeah, that stinks. I do usually like there to be one weird one. Of these, love forms looks like a weird one, but I don't think that it actually is. Oh, we've got a mother-daughter book. Booker loves a mother-daughter book. Especially when their relationship is weird. I still don't know how I feel about this list. It's tough for me to say just because so many of these I need to look more into. Oh, also no Book of Records. Yeah, good call. That is surprising. Had really expected that one given all the hype on Bookstagram. Yeah, you never can tell. Sometimes I wonder if like publishers put forward their books and then they see like on Instagram all of like, cuz it's totally possible that book like wasn't even put forth. But I always wonder if that happens and then the book gets like a lot of hype and then the publishers are there like, ooh, we made a mistake. Like, which one is queer? I don't know. Anybody in their research found queer? Has anybody found any queerness? Okay, this is one of the farm books. It didn't seem like Flashlight or One Boat. Oh, the South is queer. Why did I have a feeling, like a gut feeling about the South? And that's why I clicked on it when you asked. And then I didn't and then I didn't actually see that it was. Oh yeah, Jay finds himself drawn to Chuan, the son of the farm's manager. Okay, we found the queer book. Are there no more? I feel like there's usually at least a couple. Says it's the most global list in a decade. I feel like they say that a lot. I guess, they can just be more global every year. Yeah, that's also what's tough. A lot of predictions are very like UK centric because it's the books that we've heard about the most in English speaking countries. because this is an English speaking country award, but you just have to have the book needs to originally have been written in English. But there are a lot of countries that, and a lot of authors that will write in English, but be from somewhere else. I accidentally ordered the right book. That's right. The South was the one that you ordered. Love it, Anne. You have a sixth sense. I loved Audition, and Universality is my next up. Oh, perfect. I haven't really heard that much about Audition. Oh my gosh, I could have requested this as an ARC. I'm now remembering, and I didn't. Ugh. Do I wonder if that window is still open. That would be really helpful. But I feel like I see it on a lot of predictions, but I haven't actually heard people like talking about it. My wife is laughing. It's weird, but so good. Audition's weird? Okay. Good to know. Oh my gosh, the holds on Flesh are crazy. That makes sense to me, though. I would expect that. Okay. Endling. Charlotte liking the look of the list. On first glance, me too. But I have like no idea. I have no idea. I don't see Endling at the library. Is Endling not out yet in the US? Let's see. That's a Penguin Random House book. No, it says it's out. I guess my library just doesn't have it. Audition was so confusing to me. Didn't love it. Although I love Kitamura in general. Okay, interesting. There's a few I'd like to read, but not 7. So I'm going to need to find another prize for the Her Kid prompt. Oh no. You could always try out International Booker next year if you haven't found one by then. I do usually love the look of the International Booker long list. And they usually do have more weird stuff going on. The Rest of Our Lives seems the most interesting to me. I really love the cover of that one. I think it's just the orange and pink together. It feels very satisfying. Okay, let's look up that one next. The Rest of Our Lives. I have an arc of Flashlight. I need to get to that. Oh, that's convenient. I'm excited about Flashlight too. And apparently that one's hard to get, and I can confirm it was hard to get from my library. Oh, I missed. The covers of these books are really nice. I love the blockiness of the South and Flashlight. Yeah, oh, true. That's a good point. They do have both like a very blocky feel to them with like just like a picture in a box. And Misinterpretation almost had that, but not quite. I'm sure I've seen another cover from Flesh I like better. Yeah, that's not the cover that I am familiar with. Oh, you don't have to read all from the same prize for Her Kid? Interesting. I thought that you did. Okay, easy. Easy then. Or the Women's Prize next year. Yeah, true. I've never like gotten into the Women's Prize as much as I've gotten into Booker, but I've always wanted to. Because I feel like there are always quite a few books from the Women's Prize that I want to read anyway. But also Booker has historically just been more willing to like send me like the PDFs, which just helps a lot being a prize that's not in the US. I'm actually making it a point to read all 7 from different prizes. Ooh, that's a good idea. The Carol Shields Prize is another one that I really love, which is like, um, it's women, women non-binary. It's basically anything but like straight men, in the U.S. and Canada. I've got 4 arcs already: Audition, Universality, Endling, and Sonia and Sunny. Pure chance. I got them last year. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to go on NetGalley and see if there's any of these that are on there. There's a few places I need to check. The teal cover for Misinterpretation is beautiful. Oh yeah, I do. I like the other cover of it as well. But I think I like this one better. But I'm a sucker for like a building, a building on a cover. There's a cover for Flesh that looks like an apple to me. Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Yes. Yeah. This is the one that I've been seeing around more. Is maybe you all can see it. I've just checked and they can be from different prizes and even different years for her kid. Oh, that's good to know. Oh man, then I feel like I could have already crossed off some of that, but that's okay because I'm just gonna accomplish it with this, and I think I'm gonna keep it to that. I like the apple. There's also a blocky cover that might be the ebook. A red blocky cover that might be the ebook. Oh, cool. I started Her Kid in June and am 44% done. I've been on a sabbatical and starting a new job in a couple of weeks. Would love any recs for 700 plus page books. Do you read fantasy? um, I know that I'm trying to think of what I've read that is. I'm trying to think literary fiction since you're in this stream. So you might already be a fan of literary fiction. If you are a fan of fantasy, it's a lot easier. Tomb of Sand. How long was Tomb of Sand? That was a huge book. But man, did I love it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many new covers for Tomb of Sand that are so pretty. Oh, okay. This edition is 696 pages on Amazon. Let's see from HarperCollins how many pages this edition is. It's a very cool looking edition. 624 pages. No. Okay, you like fantasy and lit fic. So if you're into the Dungeon Crawler Carl books later into the series, there is a 700 plus page book. That's like if I don't happen to read it in any other way, like that's when I'll get to it. I can't remember which book it is. It's like, I think book 6 is the first one that's over 700. And then outside of that, I'm trying to, because I've read some Robin Hobb, but I don't know if any of Robin Hobb's were over 700. Wow, that is actually like a tougher number than I really internalized. I have a feeling there's got to be a copy of Tomb of Sand that is over 700 pages. Specifically the original copy, which is 739. I was like, I swear the copy I read was over. But yeah, that one was 739 pages. Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shri, and translated by Daisy Rockwell. I really loved. That was for an International Booker Prize one year. Demon Copperhead. Is Demon Copperhead over 700 pages? Wow, it didn't feel that long. I've only heard of Flashlight from this list. I'm so out of the loop. Honestly, that's par for the course. And actually, I hadn't heard of it before looking at this list. So, and I was looking at eligible books and everything. So, has anyone worked out the minimum number of books you have to read for Her Kid? I'm thinking about doing it, but I don't read nearly enough to complete it in the year. I'm giving myself 15 months to complete it, because I'm also concerned about that, and because I started it at a weird time. But I think that what is it? Somebody figured this out on my here, I'm gonna go back to big mode. Somebody figured this out on my channel and commented and said how many books you would have to, like, if you could double up everything, how many books you would have to read. And I do think it was over 100, if I remember correctly. Which I don't typically read over 100 pages or over 100 books in a year. I think the most books I've ever read in 1 year has been 92, and that was a good year for me. So I think, I don't know. My opinion on it is that, like, you could really, like, do whatever you want. Because as long as it, like, is something that encourages you to read, and you could even maybe just, like, say, I'm gonna do it, in a way that is better for me, where I'm gonna allow myself to double up for 3 different or 4 different or something like that. And just go that way. Cause, like, at the end of the day, it's like a reading challenge. It's meant to be, like, fun and get you reading more and reading more widely. So I feel like it would work. The Potato Factory by Bryce Courtney, 823 pages and an excellent adventurous read. Ooh, okay. I'm really glad that you said this, because I read The Power of One by Bryce Courtney and I really loved it. That I might use that as my 700-page book. Against the Day by Thomas Pynchon. Is that how his last name's pronounced? Is 700 plus pages. Ooh, okay. We've got a few recs here. Looks like there isn't any speculative fiction here, which is disappointing. Of these, Land in Winter seems most interesting to me. Yeah, from what I've seen so far, that does seem to be the case. Which, yeah, is unfortunate, because those are usually my favorite. It's a bit different depending on prompts, but for me, it's going to be around 80 books minimum. Oh, okay. Thank you for saying. Regarding Dungeon Crawler Carl, excellent. I think I've done book 4, but I've already used one for her kid, so don't think I can use him again. I think you can use books from the same series, like, several times, but it just has to be different books. Like, you can't use the same book for more than 2 prompts. But I mean, I've been doing that. Like, I've read 3 of his books now for, like, during her kid, and have used them for different things. But maybe I'm missing a rule somewhere. If so, that would really mess me up, and I think I would purposely ignore that rule. Because I do read a lot from the same authors, because series. The Deluge by Stephen Markley is a lit fic over 700 pages. Ooh, okay, so we've got quite a few suggestions. Thank you, everybody. The Goldfinch is a good lit fic shout for thick books. The Goldfinch is good. Oh, you know what? I have The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. That is also over 700 pages. So that one I could do. And I've been at page 130 for over a year. One day I'm going to pick that back up. I'm probably going to have to read the beginning at this point. Okay, yeah, that is helpful. Okay, so I could technically do it in a year if it's just 80, if I can actually double up fully. Not sure about the minimum number, but I also don't read enough a year. I'm just completing what I can do to see if I can challenge myself. Yeah, I feel like that's also fun. Like, I'm okay if I don't end up meeting all of the prompts, and, like, version 3 gets announced and I'm just too excited about version 3 to, like, keep doing version 2/1 till I hit all the prompts or something. Like, I'm okay if I don't complete it, because then it can always be a fun goal for in the future. The Deluge is 900 pages. Oof, that is a big one. Ooh, The Goldfinch. Yeah, that's a good one. Ship of Magic is over 800 pages. Okay, thank you. I could not remember if there was a Robin Hobb that I already read that was over. Oh, and that's the first book in that trilogy too. So you wouldn't have to, like, read several books in a series to get there. Okay, the cats are starting to be like, "You're up early and we haven't had breakfast yet." Which their breakfast time isn't for another hour and a half, but they're very confused because I'm not usually up this time. Very impressed by who is blurbed Sea Scraper. Hilary Mantel, Benjamin Myers, Douglas Stewart. Wow, the blurb also sounds very bookerish. The blurbers sound very bookerish. I'm thinking this could be the winner on the blurb alone. Maybe. Depending on certain choices you make, minimum would be 95 to 110 books. Okay. Oh yeah, true. Because like the series Stairway, the 4+ books, that one would be like I read a 7-book series for that one. So that's automatically like another 3 books. Just having read the blurbs at this point. I mean, yeah. The German edition has almost 900 pages, so it should be 700 plus in every language. That's hilarious. In my working out, it was 148 books if I could not double up. So I'm working on that assumption before I start, as I read between 100 and 200 books a year. Wow, that is really impressive. Okay, that's good to know like what the cap is, though. I just checked and I have 157 prompts for this year's Herkiad. I'm going to try to double up on all of them, so it's not as many as you would think. Okay, cool. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt is over 800 pages. Okay. So you've read 2, have 3 NetGalley arcs, 2 library books. Okay, it's good to see that you got some on NetGalley, so hopefully I can get some on NetGalley as well. Ooh, how's my percentage right now? My review percentage. Well, actually, if I finish House of Beth like today and then review that, my percentage will go up and I'll be more likely to be approved. Reserve 3 of the library and only 4 to find. All right. I like it. What's everyone doing for the challenge yourself prompt on Herkiad? Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't end up doing that one just because I was already combining version 1 and version 2. So I just like picked one from version 1 that I was already, or I decided not to pick that one so that I could have more of the version 1 prompts since I'd already kind of started for just 1 month from that. But I am curious what other people are doing. Oh, I'm doing NetGalley, aka my pile of shame. That's a great idea. I need to catch up on some of my NetGalley. I am happy to be reading House of Beth because that is one of mine, and I'm almost done with it. And it got so good when I was reading it last night. How many pages is A Little Life? I'm terrified of that book. I have it there, but it looks like somebody's already said. Pretty sure it's 700/800 plus pages. Yeah, where is it on my shelf? Oh, there it is. Oh. That was a lot of falling around. It is oof. Are you ready? It's 814 pages. It's a big book. This one I read this year, but I hadn't started Herkiad yet, so I can't count it. Turns out I purchased Live Ship on my Kindle in 2016 and never got around to it. Ooh, like the whole trilogy, because then yeah, just reading the first one of that would help you out. And if you read the whole trilogy and you haven't done the trilogy prompt yet in the series Stairway, then you got another one. I'm planning on my trilogy from that prompt to be a Robin Hobb, just the next Robin Hobb after the Live Ship Traders. I have that book, but it's terrifying to me. Yeah, it was terrifying to me too. I'm glad that I finally got to it. This is a Booker Prize, not winner, but shortlisted, I believe, for whatever year that it was on there. So that's the vibe of books that we're thinking for Booker, for those of you that are newer to Booker. But yeah, it was on my bookshelf for quite a while. So I knew for sure it was going to be on my list that I like had to read next year, because I'm trying not to keep books for too long on my shelf. And so I was like, if I read it this year, I think I'll feel better about it. Okay, my challenge yourself is to read my top 10 oldest books on my shelf. Some of them are from 2017 and it's embarrassing. Yeah, that's that's how I use my TBR Spin books now. And also my like 25 books to read in 2025 list, that kind of stuff. I try to use my oldest books. And so right now I don't have any books that are older than 2020, like that I have purchased prior to 2020. And of those, I think I only have like 5 left. So that's great. Okay. I'm seeing that. Also, if you are into Booker and you want to be a part of like a community that does it, there is Dee Dee on Instagram does a Booker of the Month, where they read one book every month from the Booker long list, with 1 month being 2 books, since there's 13 books total. And then that way you can get through like the entire long list over a full year, but also you can like drop in and out even if you don't want to read the entire long list, and just do the ones that that you're the most interested in. But yeah, that that chat is going crazy on Instagram right now, which is hilarious. So they're probably figuring out right now what the first book is going to be, because they, need to get on that. Usually it's one that's the most available to get. Okay, this is very exciting. But if you are interested, this is by, what is Dee Dee's book channel name or Instagram name? Dee Dee Reads on Instagram. If you're interested, and then there's Zoom chats to go over it. So I'll probably be in as many as I can, just based off of as long as I'm not like already obliged to do something else. I'll probably be there. Better than my oldest book, Tatiana. Side note, though, 5 p.m. my time, I should be able to download a cozy Hobbit-inspired Switch game I've been waiting for, so that's going to take away reading time. Ooh, but what game is it? Because that sounds lovely. I love a cozy game. Maybe it's one you could listen to audiobooks during, but maybe not. Which books are you most excited to read from the long list? I think The Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny, Flashlight, Universality, and I think that's all I can say for sure right now, because I do still need to look into some of them. But those ones are like my immediates. Oh, Flesh. I am excited to read Flesh as well. Tales of the Shire. Ooh, oh my gosh. Maybe this is like a terrible time to give me a video game recommendation, but like I am going to look it up. What is it on? Is it a PC game? Oh, you know what? I have seen Ooh, is it co-op? No. Oh, it's just from Take Two Interactive. I saw Take Two and I was thinking in my head co-op. That's the one. We are waiting for the home healthcare nurse. She was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago. Oh, I hope she gets there soon. Okay. Switch. Perfect. Oh, it looks like it's on Windows too. Oh, now I don't know which version I want. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up also getting that game. The game was released on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, so all of them. Perfect. Okay, then I'll have to look into what people are saying is like the best place to. What's the name of the Instagram channel you just talked about? Didn't get it. It is Dee Dee Reads here. I'll put it in the chat. That's her Instagram handle. And she does like a lot of Booker Prize or book prize things. Just Booker is the one that she does the most, because it's got the Booker of the Month is the name of the book club. But she also has a Discord that I believe is free to join, where she has like a lot of channels for a lot of different prizes. So yeah, she's awesome. I love her. Yeah, no worries. Okay. But I think that I am going to get out of here so that I can look more into these books before I have to start work for today. But this was fun. Thank you everybody for joining and getting way too excited about a book prize with me. Um, oh no. I hope she doesn't holler at me for removing the ace bandage. That was just too hot. I would hope not. I mean, I feel like as long as you're not like, if it's like an open wound and you're not like hitting it on stuff, like you're fine. That's what I say anyway. But yeah, I have to look up all these books from my library, from NetGalley, and from my other library and see what I can get. But this is a lot of fun. I am going to be working on reading my way through this list. So if you're interested, feel free to come along. I'll probably be posting more short form content on this and then do one large video of all of them at the end of it for YouTube. So if you want updates along the way, then my Instagram is literally my same as my channel name. It's just Freshly Read Books. So if you don't follow me there already, consider it if you want more regular updates with Booker. Anyways, I think that's it for today. So thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you have a great day or night or wherever you are.